Hello, it's your friendly neighborhood host JT Wheatley back for another episode of the History of Comics podcast, this time with the classics on Xenozoic by Mark Schultz. This is a classic post-apocalyptic story originally titled Xenozoic Tales that was published by Kitchen Sink Press from February of 1987 to March of 1996 that covered 14 issues of a post-apocalyptic world in which human beings were forced to go underground for a period of time what's called the Great Cataclysm, and have since reemerged to in a world that's now populated by dinosaurs. And meanwhile, there are these mechanics who believe in the old ways and have gone about building the machines and so forth. Notably, you'll see notably like a classic Cadillac, where there's another term for this series called Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, where you see a Cadillac driving around amongst dinosaurs. It also inspired the short-lived but well-received cartoon adaptation in 1993 on CBS Saturday Morning Cartoons, and so forth. Among the main characters is Hannah Dundee, an ambassador from the Wasuna community who comes to the city by the sea, where she starts off a frosty relationship with Jack Tenrick, one of these mechanics who tries to maintain the old ways, while others are trying to fight to bring about what could be another cataclysm, and so forth, and all their adventures is starring about. And the main appeal of this, while Mark Schultz crafts a really cool world, like I said, it's a world with Cadillacs and dinosaurs, it's his art that truly stands out. It's really, people have compared it to Wally Wood's classic artwork, and it gets better with each issue over 14 issues. It was also a bit to a detriment, too, because as reported, even though his art kept getting better and better, he also took more and more time to do it. He became a bit of a perfectionist, since while there was only 14 issues over a near 10-year period. And this series actually ends on a cliffhanger, which is a disappointment because it's a great read, and you kind of wish the Mark Schultz would get back to it if he hasn't been to it since then. But the ones that were produced, or this is collected one big volume called Xenozoic, is definitely worth picking up. It's honestly a true classic and one of the better of the third-party publications or independent publications that came out during that time. So it's definitely check it out if you can. And of course, it spawned like a short-lived animated series and also some video games and so forth too, called Cadillac and Dinosaurs. Yeah, gently check. It's a bit of an off the beat one, but I definitely, after reading this is definitely a classic for the art alone. So yes, if you're looking for a great classic read, check out Xenozoic by Mark Schultz, because that is a true classic. And now is February 18th, 2021. Time for the favorite comic book of the week. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin, number 2 by Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird, which continues this reunion of the original creators who basically are doing their own version of Dark Knight Returns for their classic series that finds Michelangelo, who is apparently the last surviving of the Turtles, after his aborted attempt to take down the Shredder's grandson, is now recovering at April O'Neil's hideout, who he finds out is alive, and also meeting her and Casey Jones's daughter, Casey. And it features a flashback that starts to give the final hints about what exactly happened to the other Turtles and Splinter, and also with April. And it's all together it's done in a very cool, heartfelt style, and you really get the feeling why Michelangelo is lost, and he's still getting the voice of his brothers in his head about why, as him being the last surviving turtle. And it's also fun to catch up with April and meet her daughter, who's very cool. And also the way they do the flashback is really brilliant because they actually go back to the original black and white style from the original comic book by Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird, and that's just a great touch. So any Turtles fan will love that segment of the series. And all of that, and also they throw in a nice little cliffhanger at the end that hints that maybe another classic Eastman and Laird character may be popping back up. So all in all, this is probably one of the best Turtle comic book stories in years. Just a great read. If you're a Turtles fan, especially the classic Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird run, pick this up. So yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin, number 2. Definitely pick it up over at the comic book store if you can. And also, if you're looking to check out a good comic book, check out Xenozoic Tales by Mark Schultz, because that is a true classic.